Hey, what's up, y'all? Back with another video, and I'm diving into these simply because I want you guys to be as informed as possible when you begin to make these arguments against Nike's direct-to-consumer strategy. I've been getting a lot of inboxes and people saying that, oh, they're going to fail. This is not a smart thing for them to do, is to expand their footprint by opening brick and mortar. That couldn't be farther from the truth. And I wrote an article. It's down here in the description, so you guys can go down to the description, click through, and read the article. But I'm going to go directly to the first point. Now, I'm doing this. There's no script. I didn't write anything out. I'm not even reading the information that you see over here to my side in this article. I'm not even reading that. I'm simply going to give you some numbers. And they come from an article that I've been kind of tracking Nike since 2014. And I've been writing about Nike's direct-to-consumer growth as it parallels to store openings. So here's a chart. This is the article that you see right here to my side. It's in the description. Nike's DTC and direct revenue growth and store growth. I'm starting here intentionally. 2014, Nike had 768 stores. All right. 2015, Nike added, and they had 832 stores. So they went from 768 to 832. DTC was 6.6 billion. 2016, Nike had 919 stores, and the DTC went to 7.9 billion. Now, I only tracked it from 2014 to 2017, but I can guarantee you when I go back in and do a search on how many stores there are now and the DTC growth, 2017, 985 stores, 9.1 billion in DTC revenue. Why am I leading with that part of the discussion? Wall Street and analysts and people having discussions about Nike opening stores and cutting off wholesale accounts are all saying that Nike is playing into a trap. However, I'm going to put a few things out here, and I wish I could list them and bullet point them while I'm talking. I can't do that. I'll try to do it in the video when I get started. But here's what I need you to consider. The first thing is returns. All right, returns. What makes Nike different than Puma, Adidas, Under Armour? The number of stores that Nike has in the United States, and I'm only talking the United States, okay? As they open more stores, when they get returns, Nike now has return centers and distribution centers in each part of the country. They have one on the East Coast. They have them down here in Memphis in the South, and they have another on the West Coast, of course. The returns that come in from traditional shoe stores, and this is not complicated, I'm getting to the point. Traditional shoe stores can do things that are called an RTV, a return to vendor. That's where Nike will take product back. Now, if they have return to vendors coming from a store, let's say in California, they can send those items that are returned to vendor to clearance stores, factory stores, Unite stores as they begin to open, if they want to. If they want to. The idea that Nike can accept product back and extend credit to a traditional retailer is extremely powerful. So those accounts that are still with Nike, when they can send their returns back, they can move them regionally. The more Nike stores that are available, the more returns can be regional. I don't think that's a difficult concept to grasp. All right? Now, here's the second part of it, and I want you to remember that Nike is a tech company, like Amazon is a tech company, like Apple is a tech company. Nike's app informs the placement of product into the stores that they're opening. So the Unite stores are built on the back of the digital app and the sales that happen in a particular area. Why is that important? When you walk into a Nike store and the stuff that you actually buy most of the time is there, you're more likely to continue shopping at that location. But here's an interesting thing. Even if Nike decides to place their stores near Apple stores or near Lululemon and not in the hood, this is the catch. The Nike store is a destination location. Now, I don't know if you remember or if you've ever watched Bar Rescue with John Taffer. John Taffer talks about the fact that certain restaurants and certain bars are destination locations where people are going to have to drive to them. They don't have enough traffic on the street going by where they're going to pull people in to those restaurants and bars simply because of the amount of people on the street. Nike is basically the Disneyland of the sneaker world. That means that when people, let's say people who don't have a lot of money or people who are underbanked and unbanked, those people are not in the digital economy for Nike. They go to cash stores or stores like City Gear or DTLR and places like that. In a lot of instances, those families that don't have as much money, they will save their money and plan a trip to a Nike store. They won't plan a trip to a mall and the go to. People will literally plan trips to a Nike store. And when they get there, every person is going to get a pair of shoes. But here's another part of it. Those underbanked people, the more stores that Nike has, think about this now. Those underbanked people who are not involved in the digital economy, when they do those cool shock drops and people have the app on their phone, or they doing these other kind of releases that are digital only, people who are cash customers traditionally haven't been involved in that area. But you know what they are now? They are involved because they have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal.me, what are all the other ones? Zelle. Well, Zelle works inside of a banking system, but PayPal, Cash App are not inside of a banking system. Underbanked people are becoming digital by the day. It's increasing. So as Nike begins to build out these stores, and I'm going to scroll down here to the delivery service that Nike set up in Japan, which was called Konbini. Konbini are bodegas, right? So if you have a bodega or a neighborhood store sitting over here on the corner, Nike in Japan was placing product lockers inside of the bodega, and the bodega would take on deliveries for people who stayed in high-rise apartments in Japan, where they could come downstairs and they didn't have to worry about their products being left out in front of their homes. The more stores Nike has, the more doors that are available to Nike. Nike becomes like Amazon and Whole Foods. When you order something on Amazon, it can go to a Whole Foods locker. Nike has the ability to do something that will completely disrupt the cash stores that are your City Gears and DTLRs and places like that. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to do it, but think about it, all right? The more doors that Nike has, the more places they can take back product, they can streamline returns, they can also expedite shipping in your area. You're talking about Nike being able to potentially do one-day deliveries to any place in the United States because they have brand doors that might carry that product. You have to think in bigger pictures when you look at Nike. Stop looking at Nike with sneakerhead eyes. And Wall Street needs to stop worrying about Nike because Nike's fine. Buy online, BOPIS, BOPIS, buy online, pick up in store, Konbini, allowing cash customers to become a part of the digital environment. These things are all extremely important, and it opens the door to more opportunities for Nike to grow their business. This is just a quick video. I wanted to get this in to kind of stress this point and explain a couple of things. I wish I would have written out a script, but I didn't. I apologize. Hopefully it was clear, but that is it. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one. I appreciate new subscribers, everybody else. Like, share, subscribe. I don't even say that typically, but do it anyway. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.